Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new game of StarCraft II Heart of the Storm. Today I'm playing a live game. As you might have already guessed, by the clicking of the keyboard. I know a couple of people have been commenting that I apparently open up with the exact same sentence every single time, but it is going to be a live game. My opponent is going to be a Protoss player. And we are back right there. My opponent requested a pulse like right there. So it's going to be a Zerg vs Protoss on Habitation Station. Habitation Station, notorious for this base right here. The gold base on this map is kind of a tricky thing to deal with, so most of the time it will come into play as a Protoss turret, not so much as a Protoss natural, but sometimes we do see that one go up really early on in the game, and if it goes unscouted, then you just sort of lose as a Protoss, because you really cannot keep up with that amount of income. Now, obviously, we will try and not let that happen to us, but I had it happen a couple of times to me, and it's extremely frustrating, because it's so easy to scout. It's literally right between your main and his main, but he probably won't be having it, right? So I'm gonna send my Overlord to his main base, just to make sure I know everything that is going on, and I can kind of guess what kind of a build he's going for. Now, we can already see him scouting around right now, which already indicates to me that he's probably not gonna go for a gateway expand, because most of the time when they do go for a gateway expand, it's just so safe all around, and they will be able to defend pretty much everything the Zerg throws at them, that they will not invest that extra about 100 minerals or so in going for that probe scout right there. So he probably went for either a Fort Fast expand or a Nexus first. Either way, I will not be able to open up with a Trial or low ground. So I'm gonna just send my drone right now. Already got a spawning pool building in a natural or in the main base right now. And sending a drone to the natural right now. He's probably gonna try and block this. Yep. There we go. Gonna be dancing a little bit with the probe in natural. Just need to get this thing up as soon as I can. Obviously, he's not gonna allow me to because he's a Protoss. And I'm gonna make an Overlord right now. Now the big thing right here, a lot of people make the mistake to overreact right here. He's likely even gonna cancel this. So I'm not really too worried about it. Just gonna make sure I get everything going that I need to. Gonna start an Overlord. Or gonna start a Queen right now. Already started an Overlord. And as you can see, he did cancel it. Might even remake it. And there we go. So that's the actual correct way of dealing with a pylon in the low ground right there. Don't hassle of going to a third base, don't hassle with any of that, because most of the time they will actually put you further behind than you actually meant to. So just play it out normally. There we go, my Zerglings are out right now. Got a Queen going as well, and he indeed went for a quick expansion. So I will be allowed to take a third base myself. There we go. Around, around the 4-minute mark is like the standard timing for you to get that. So this is quite cool. And I got my Queen out. Gonna start a second Queen as well. And the only result of what happened right there is that my natural is going to be slightly delayed, but he actually invested quite a bit of time and minerals into actually getting that pylon up right there. So in the end it kind of evens out. So let's see when he takes the gas geysers. Maybe we will be able to get in the natural right now. We'll be able to get in there. Nope, it is indeed a full wall of, interestingly enough. Likely gonna cancel that. Yeah, he will cancel that. Won't be able to get in there. Gonna send that to the natural. Keep my drone count up. Did I really forget to make an Overlord? Oh, that's not very good. Doesn't really matter that much at this point in the game, but... Okay, here we go. Injecting the natural, injecting the main. No, I did not forget to make an Overlord. There we go. Thank you, Autopilot, for kicking in. I'm gonna send this Overlord, like I said, to the third base, because I don't want that base to unseeingly go up. So it looks like we hit a little bit of a break right now in the game. I don't really need to worry about anything, because I know for a fact, my Zerg is at the front, I know for a fact that he probably won't be moving out until like the 9-minute mark. So I am just going to get as greedy as I possibly can right now. Just get as many drones out as I want, because that's really what's going to win me a game. Now I'm still going to be scouting, obviously. Gonna be flying in an Overlord in his main and in his natural in about half-minute time from this. So I am going to play it safe, but I'm not going to bother too much with everything. Still got my Overlord right there. He does have 2 gases in the main base, so he's likely built his main buildings in the natural, which means that I will be able to scout there shortly. Getting my gas guys up right now. Also gonna get a Roach Warren up in case of like a shenanigans with the 4-gate and whatnot, and we do already see a gas guys right here from him, which means this was up around the 6-minute mark, which is usually the indication for a Stargate play. So I'm gonna keep an eye out on that. Even if I don't see a Stargate with my Overlord, I'm still gonna assume one is going to go up, unless I see a Robo. So it's kind of depending on what I scout. If I don't see anything, I'm still just gonna get blind spores. There we do, and see the Stargate out. So that's all cool. Means we're gonna send my Overlords back home. Gotta make sure they are all safe. Start spores. Start a lair. because obviously my opponent won't really be moving out anytime soon. Also gonna start double gas in the main base right now, as well as double evolution chamber. Now, are there any more gateways out? That's what I'm really thinking about right now. He is indeed chrono boosting that out. So what I'm gonna do is actually start a spine crawler right in the third as well, and I'm just gonna start a couple of roaches just to be safe. There we go. Putting gases or putting drones and gas right there, and I'm just making a couple of roaches. Just for the fact that this is a really popular opera right now, where I see it more and more often. It's something that we saw a lot in the beta of StarCraft, where the Protoss literally just makes a couple of gateways and a Stargate, and then harasses your main base, or even your third base, and everything at once, and it's really hard to deal with, so don't want to have that happening. Gonna be scouting around a little bit as well to make sure I scout it, but I'm gonna go back into droning right now too. I don't wanna fall too far behind on that. Looks like we're fine though. Let's make a spore or a spire right there. And let's make the Hydra then, because that's really what's gonna help me out the most. Gonna make a couple more roaches, because he was chrono boosting that for a reason. I don't think he was doing that for nothing. He also did not go for an overlord hunt in the corner of the map, even though he knew the overlords were there. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but either way, we should have a superior economy right now to my opponent. Gonna be scouting the gold bases and his potential third base right now as well, to make sure that I know whether or not one is up. Other than that, I'm just gonna try and sneak out a couple more drones so I hit the max saturation. And it looks like, okay, there is nothing up. There's no third base. The latest third base that they take in these kind of situations is around the 9.5 minute mark, which we just hit. I have a scout on the gold base, I have a scout on the normal third base, so I know for a fact he does not have one up. So I'm gonna make only units right now. Only units. Did I make link speed? Nope, I forgot to make link speed. That's not too bad, I suppose, but not ideal. Gonna start another spine right there. Keep making more and more spines, or more and more hydras and more roaches, as well as a couple more spines. If I manage to get my upgrades out, that will be pretty much a free win. As long as I know whether or not he has a third, I should be good to go. Now, we do realize that there was a Stargate out, right? And we haven't seen any harassment with it yet. No flying phoenixes, no nothing. So he likely went for something cheesy. I'm gonna add a couple more drones. These might be a little bit too much, but kind of want to. I'm gonna start link speed too. So let's move out a little bit. I feel pretty safe right now. Got a lot of units out, and we found them. Ooh. Luckily, I looped up my my roaches and everything before leaving the base, which is nice. Helps me out a lot. And that was a joke, by the way. Before someone posts in the comment section, Lowko, how do you loop up your no, you can't do that. Can't do that. So I'm just gonna set up a concave right now, make sure I get everything going that I need to. Here we go. I should have plenty to defend this right now. These spine crawlers are helping out a lot as well. And this should be a cleanup on my side of things right now. Got a couple of queens right now involved too. And bam! Managed to hold the 2 base all in pretty much perfectly right there. I still have a bigger eco going on right now, so just pushing this back is already giving me a huge advantage. And he says OMG and leaves the game. So thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. Hopefully this ZVP helped you. And on that, I will see you in the next video. Bye! So Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls explained. We're gonna go over all the big changes that are happening to the game and what you need to know in